What we can do now is we're going to cross live to about 100 yards down the corridor to see how preparations are going and say good morning to Jamie Redknapp. Morning, Jamie.
Good morning, guys. How are we doing?
Hey. And Thierry.
Hi, Thierry.
Good morning.
Morning, Thierry.
Good morning.
Oh, yeah, morning. Right, 45 minutes before you go live, Jamie. What's left to do?
Well, analysis. We're waiting for the team news. We're just going through all the little bits of analysis that we're going to do as well. Obviously, choosing our suits is the big dilemma today.
Yeah.
It's very difficult, you know. When Gary Neville and Jamie Carragher a few years ago, it was easy, you know what I mean? No competition. Now we've got this man looking like a Tom Ford model. He's up the game, you know? It's very difficult, fellas.
So do you choose your own, or do you arrive and they're all out and steamed and ready for you to just, you know,
question.
to pick?
Good question.
No. I choose mine. I don't know about Jamie, but I don't want anyone to dress me. My mom used to do that when I was young, and I couldn't wait to leave the house because I didn't look that good in some of the clothes that she was putting me in.
No, I'm the same. Always choose your own and know what you've got on. Do it in the morning before you come out. It's slightly different today because normally we're 5:30 kick-off, but today, obviously, 12:45. We have to be up sharp and ready for business.
Can you show us around a little bit? Can you ask your camera person, Dave, just give us a spin round?
Give me a little bit of look around. We've got, obviously, our analysis area here. We've got Dave Jones, as always, the ultimate professional. And then we've got a new pundit in today. He probably talks more sense than his dad. That's Charlie Redknapp.
Hello, Charlie.
Charlie, give him a wave, Charlie. Oi, oi.
He's not bothered. He's on his tablet.
He's on my phone, yeah. He's using my battery up. But no, that's the studio. We're looking forward to a really good game today. It should be good, Thierry. I'm looking forward to it. You?
Should be, especially bottom of the part of the league and top of the league. City can find themselves back in it and being in front of Arsenal, which is a worrying sight for me.
Jamie.
Yeah.
Can we ask? We've got Sir Tony McCoy in the studio today.
The maestro.
Yeah. Well, and him and Thierry, they know each other a little bit, and Tony's got a question that he'd like to ask Thierry, if that's okay, please.
Thierry, if we don't win the Premier League this year, who do we need to sign to win it next year?
Whoa.
Oh, nice question. He's gone in big.
Jamie, can you answer that for me?
What about him? Get him back in the team, AP.
No, well, listen, it's first and foremost, I think, Tony, we need to concentrate on and see if we can win this one, because I think it's not going to be a better chance than the chance that we have to win this one, although we're far away from it at the moment, but there's still some points to go, and hopefully we can do it. Although, you know, it doesn't look like it, but I still believe that we can. Now, the question is, who can we sign? Who's available, first and foremost? I hear that Zlatan Ibrahimović wants to come.
Yeah, we'll have him.
Yeah, I think you're right there. But you know, it's a problem of who's going to want to come, and I think a lot will happen on if we finish in the top 4. Are we gonna make the Champions League? So you attract different type of players. But I said the same thing last year. You know, I thought that Giroud did well at a certain time during the season. He's been struggling, but hopefully he's going to bounce back from the 2 goals in the FA Cup. You know, Zlatan can do the job. N'Golo Kante can do a good job for us. I'm sure the Leicester City fan will be upset with what I just said. But you know, those guys that people don't know about that we need to try to get.
Can I ask a question to AP, fellas?
Yeah.
Who would he like to sign?
I'll tell you who I'd like to sign. I'd like to sign Everton's middle. I'd like to sign Stones, Barkley and Lukaku.
Okay, Barkley and Lukaku.
Yeah, and Stones at the back. I'd like the 3 of them. I think Barkley's got loads of presence, big physical man, can play football. I think Stones, you know, looks like he's a good footballing back.
Do you want to swap places? They're only down.
Anyway, I think if we had those 3, definitely Stones and Barkley, and I think Lukaku at 22. I think the 3 of them would make Arsenal a proper championship winning team.
Do you think, Tony, that will be enough, and that will be a next step for us to maybe win the league next year?
I do think we need 3, and we definitely need a physical presence in midfield. I mean, I'm a know-it-all about football, as you can tell, but I do think we need a physical leading presence in midfield. We haven't had one since Tony Adams or Vieira, or, you know, we were spoiled having the invincible team because we had 11 big physical leaders on the pitch. I don't think that we have a good team now, but we're just we just seem to be lacking one little edge. I don't know what it is, but I think that's what it is.
We were a bit crazy. I can testify that.
That's what we need, a bit of craziness then.
But, you know, it depends, because the players that you mentioned, actually, thinking about it, I will question their consistency, especially when you go and play for a big club. Yeah. It is not easy. Suddenly, you always play against teams that most of the time defend really deep. Yeah. And, you know, can Lukaku play in the last third like he will play with Everton sometime on the counter? It's a different story. Can Ross Barkley run the show at Arsenal? I don't know. I mean, it's your opinion, and I see where you're coming from with it. All we all want, I guess, as an Arsenal fan is, can we win the league? That's about it.